We getting started here?
Yeah, we're getting started. Yeah.
Okay.
God, what do we want to talk about this week? Oh, the Oscars was this week. I mean,
We could first say welcome and hello tonight. Here's the 9 to 5 Boys podcast.
oh yeah, I did hit play. Oh, hey, what's up?
Oh, hey! We're live. We're live. Yeah, so go on, please. It was the Oscars last night.
Yeah.
Also,
Okay.
okay, so I don't mean to cut you off, but like before we start, I wanted to like give everyone just a warning. I sound a little hoarse right now because like I don't know what happened. I caught some sort of bug yesterday. I think it's like allergy induced, kind of like just like grossness, but like also yeah, it's not COVID luckily, so that's good. But it just sucks to have it. So I'm got a runny nose and like a cough. So if I have to like turn away and like do that, I'm gonna try and do that and mute myself, but we'll see. So anyway, so
Okay. With that out of the way, the Oscars was, I guess, technically last weekend because this is Monday. Yeah.
well, yes, I guess yeah, it was just well, yeah, recording this Monday. It was just last night. Sunday night. Jimmy Fallon was a fine, or it was Fallon. No, it was Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. It was the less energetic Jimmy of the late nights, and so Jimmy, like,
Yeah.
Jimmy
He's
was
my least
good.
favorite Jimmy.
He's yeah, he is mine too. Like by default, not that he's like bad at what he does. It's just like I don't know. I like Fallon's kind of just like always like he's just kind of like always got like a lot of energy to him. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Um,
No, Jimmy Fallon's a birthday entertainer, like on cocaine, while like Jimmy Kimmel is like an entertainer but on Xanax. Like.
right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. He did a good job. I liked,
Yeah.
dude. I was so happy. Like everything, everywhere, all at once had like 11 nominations. Swooped out 7 of them, dude.
Dude, they were sweeping the floor. I was like, okay, I was expecting this to get like maybe
They were
like
clearing the
three,
house,
four
dude.
awards. I was not expecting 7 awards. Oh my god.
Yeah, like okay. So like I'm a little conflicted with like Jamie. It's hard. It's hard because like I'm conflicted with Jamie Lee Curtis because like she got the Oscar for like best supporting actress. Um, or it's I think technically best actress in a supporting role or something. Anyway, so she got that award and like but Stephanie. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Is Sue or is it Stephanie Sue? I don't know. Anyway, so she she was also nominated, and I'm conflicted because like both of them did give great performances. I feel like we saw more of Stephanie, but like also the scenes that Jamie Lee Curtis had were really good. So I'm like, and then I also get like the race component too. People are like, oh, she got it in like an Asian led cast, and like she's white, and like I get that argument, right? Like I think that's fair. The
Yeah.
Academy is made up of a bunch of old white dudes, but like I don't know. Anyway, so like it's a hard choice. So I'm a little conflicted about that win, but I'm really happy they all got those awards. It was sweet. I knew they were gonna get it for best editing for sure. I was like that was like and I knew that Ke Hui Kwan. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Yeah.
He did a fantastic job and got it as well. So good for him.
No, I gotta love that little moment where like Harrison Ford is on the stage giving out the award and he comes
Wait,
up there and he's just like
that
ah
yeah yeah.
yeah. Oh my god, just their friendship is so good. I mean,
Yeah, I love that they're so close and stuff, and that they're like chilling.
yeah.
Harrison Ford, I'm sure, is like a really nice guy. I think he just hates Star Wars, which is fine. He of all people has a good reason to hate Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, he hates Star Wars. He never said anything about Indiana Jones. I mean, shoot, he actually wants to be in a new one at 80, so I'm like, okay, cool.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Harrison, go to bed, my dude.
Harrison, go to bed and don't fly a plane, please.
Yeah, please stop doing
Both as Indian in real life, I'm sorry.
that. Yeah, yeah. So the Oscars were good last night. Also, All Quiet on the Western Front got quite a few awards. I was very happy about that.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
and then what was it? Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. That got Best Animated Feature.
animated, but like that was a hard one because I was like, oh, all of these are like, or all the ones I've seen. I think there was like, I saw the Sea Beast. Can't remember what it was I hadn't seen.
Was Turning
No,
Red on the list?
so it was Turning Red. It was Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. It was the Sea Beast, which is on Netflix. I highly recommend you check it out. It's an Oscar-nominated film. So like,
Okay.
anyway, and then Pinocchio, and what was the other one? Wait, so it was Pinocchio, Sea Beast,
Turning Red,
Turning Red,
Puss in Boots: The Last
Bo-
Wish.
Last Wish. There's like five, right? I'm pretty sure there's five, but I can't remember.
Well, now I'm gonna have to Google
Oh,
this.
Marcel the Shell with shoes on. That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
Because like I really fucked with every. I saw every single one of those, and I fucked with every single one of them. They were great. Um, I personally, and again, maybe this is like just some bias or something. I don't think Turning Red was like I wasn't super impressed with it, but I also like I couldn't particularly relate well to that story because I think it's a different experience than my own, and like especially like both gender wise and like culture wise. It's like I'm not the person to tell that story to, but I'm very glad it was told. So like good for them.
Yeah.
Uh, so
Well,
yeah. Anyway,
especially
so
since the
like
material that inspired that movie was like early like anime, so like elements of like Sailor Moon and stuff like that.
yeah, I liked that part. That was cool.
Yeah.
The animation style was sick. Actually, I
Yeah.
really fucked with that hard. Um, it was fun. It was enjoyable. I had a good time. It's not a bad movie in any
Yeah.
regard. I'm not. I'm just saying my personal. I don't think I don't hold it in this high regard, but again, maybe I just don't relate to that story. So no, so like they were all super good. So I'm like, fuck, dude, it's like really hard to choose. Because Puss in Boots, I was kind of like, oh, that would be sweet. But then like I was also like, oh, Pinocchio was really good, and then oh, the Sea Beast was really good, and Marcel was good because I saw Marcel like the first part of the year, and then Turning Red was good. So it's like all of these are very good. All of these would be acceptable choices, I think. And so like yeah, Marcel was a really good movie. It's funny because I've seen so many movies over the past year because I got that subscription thing for AMC, which like it really you get like your buck's worth, dude. It turns into like $2 a movie, which is like fantastic each
Oh
month.
wow.
Like if you max it out, $2 a movie is like what the math checks out to.
Huh.
Just sweet because you can see like three a week for free.
Wow. Okay, I might have to actually look into that because I know we have Regal in Royal Grande. I don't know what the deals are on that.
What that membership looks like, but it might
Yeah.
be worth it honestly if you go to the movies a lot, which I do. So like, I mean, not as much recently because me and my girl we like going to see movies. I mean, I want to see them without each other, but then like we also could do other stuff together. So it's like we get occupied, which is totally fine. It just that's how it works. It was easy when I was single. I was like, oh, I could just go catch a movie, not worry about it. But anyway, so not worry about someone else having to like see it. But what? Yeah. So what else won big last night? There were some short films I was curious about too. I liked the whole. Oh, The Whale got was best actor, and I
Yeah.
again hard category because every single one of them was well deserved. Like it was just a really they were all very good films. That's what's like. I think really hard about this year of movies is like there's so many good movies and you're like they're all like really like award worthy so like but you only pick one so it's like fuck and so
Yeah, no, and then you obviously have like the Twitter fights online. It's like, oh, this should have won. Like, oh, this should have won. It's like, fuck off. Like, I'm pretty satisfied with what won, you know?
I'm not I was very happy about Everything Ever All at Once. That got like 7 out of 11 awards. That was crazy.
Yeah. And especially the whale, honestly, because like Brendan Fraser needs like all the wins in the world, man. Like he's been through
It
hell.
got the Oscar and then Ke Huy Quan's speech when he got the Oscar was like super sweet. I was like, oh, this guy's like I love it. What I was pissed off too about was like they cut people off a lot, and like because there were like groups of people who like were part of a film, right? So they only give you like 45 seconds to like give your speech. Have like one person come up and talk, and there'd be some person who wants to follow up, but they literally like cut them. They're like, you gotta get off stage. We gotta to the next award, or else it's gonna take like 5 hours.
Yeah.
Um, Sucks. I was also very happy Natu won best original song. I was like, let's go, dude.
Yes, honestly, because RRR, I need to sit down a day to watch that again because that was a bizarre, chaotic masterpiece.
But it's wonderful. It's a great movie. It's when you can, because like that's how Bollywood movies are, and it's a very cool style of film. It's very unfamiliar to us, right? Who you and I, who are like stateside. Um, but it's a wonderfully done art form, and I really enjoy it. I love the musical breaks in it because like it helps push the story and stuff. But that's standard for like all like Bollywood movies, but like in America here, we like consider that to be like a musical. So it's like, anyway, so it's got a lot of elements all mixed together. They're done really well and just really colorful and really fun. And that
Yeah.
movie was well shot, and the action pieces were sweet. Um, and the friendship that they have together, you like really believe it. You really like invest yourself in it. It's just like, wow, dude.
It's just, I love
It's
it.
just, and I love it, and it's so nice to see on screen. It's so nice to watch. I need to watch again. Love that movie.
Yeah.
For sure. But then, what else? Yeah, it was a good night for the Oscars, and I was just a little annoyed. It felt like they milked the Will Smith stuff, and it's like you're doing it at his expense. He was struggling at that point. I know he did it. I know he like. There's no okay. Like this is a fucking. There's a dead horse we're kicking here with this discussion. I really don't give a shit about it at this point. But yeah, I'm gonna make it clear. Like, of course, like he shouldn't have done it. He shouldn't have been violent. He shouldn't have been aggressive. I wouldn't say even violent. It was like a smack. It was certainly loud. He didn't like do any permanent damage though, and like he made the Oscars interesting that year. So fuck you guys. Like that was the only reason people started watching. He followed it up by winning Best Actor like immediately after. That's some king shit.
I mean, yeah, that is true. I
So like,
forgot about that bit.
but like also like he's a man. He reacted that way because he's a man in a broken marriage. His wife has been cheating on him and dogging on him in the news. Man, this man needs therapy. Leave him the fuck alone.
Yeah.
The worst part is it's not only that like he has to deal with the marriage on an individual level, like on a personal level. The whole world knows his shit because he's famous.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic in an industry that like is very like outward and outspoken about like caring about people's feelings and being about acceptance and whatnot. They're like dogging on this man who clearly needs some mental help.
Yeah, he's like not doing well, or at least wasn't at that point enough to. If you're driven enough to the point of like when someone does something like so again he wasn't that violent, it was just a smack, but like when someone does an act of violence you're just like, oh fuck, we're not supposed to do that. And so like when you're driven to a point like that, it's like it's a really deep extreme, and like that's just a side of like other issues going on.
Yeah, also like the fact that like it is the most talked about thing during that Oscars. I literally don't remember anything else that happened during that Oscars except the fucking slap. The fact that that remained in people's minds, including mine, for so long, means that we need more violence during the Oscars to actually keep people's attention.
Yeah, you need more interest in the Oscars because, like, I don't even remember the movies that came out for that year and stuff that were nominated. I don't even remember the Best Picture that year. I just remember like the Best Actor, and the only reason I remember Best Actor is because the only person who won it smacked the host. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy.
Exactly, and that makes it the only movie I remember. King Richard, the fucking tennis movie.
Yeah, the Serena Williams movie, or which sister was it? I guess is it Serena?
I think it's both actually. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It's about both. It's not
Yeah.
focusing on one or the other. It's about like, and it's not even about them. It's about the dad who helped guide them and stuff and support them.
Exactly.
I mean, it was a powerful performance. It was great.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, it was a great. You haven't seen it?
No, I have not seen it.
He definitely deserved Best Actor. Like he definitely deserved it.
Well, I guess you could say this film
Hit hard.
slaps. This film slaps.
That's good. I like that. This film slapped. It was right there. I could have just said that instead, but
Yeah, you're just like hits hard. No, slaps.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, the Oscars were good. What else happened this week in the news?
Fucking Governor Randy McNally. Oh my God, this man's
Oh, the guy from Tennessee, right?
the governor from Tennessee, who along with his other constituents, are putting about 26 bills to legislate to have like damning effects on the LGBTQ community.
We do not
Well,
stand.
Randy McNally himself has been leaving, pretty strong comments and loving comments towards a thirst trap man on Twitter. Some dude who is like trying to be like famous and just like the hottest gay man out there.
Nice, nice. We love to see it. We love to see the hypocrisy.
I know, right? It's fascinating, and just seeing the interview of Randy McNally afterwards trying to defend you know, his actions. It's fascinating, really. It's like, on the one hand, I wanted to let him live his life that he wants to, because clearly he's into, twinks, but on the other hand, he's also having very nasty effects on same said groups. So it's not cool. It's fucked.
He identifies with the group, but actively is harming them. That's like he's like the Caitlyn Jenner of Tennessee.
That is true. Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, it's. I wonder what drives a person to do that. You know what I mean? Because like you usually what happens with humans, and we're partly selfish in this way. It's a complicated or cause, I guess, a relationship is that like we usually seek out uh, empathy and understanding in things that we've gone through, and maybe that's just a curse of like our limited perception because we only understand the world through our eyes. But like like for instance, like I used to work in a program where we were like treating mental health and addiction and like or substance abuse, I'm gonna call it, right? So like a lot of the colleagues who were on that team were individuals who had also recovered themselves. So like they were getting into the same field of their personal experience because they wanted to give back and that's how they wanted to conduct themselves, and they have an understanding of like how hard it is, and so they want to help others. And like you'd think like an individual then who like obviously it's suggesting then that this Tennessee governor prefers men in some capacity, and so if you're of a certain orientation, uh, you wouldn't want to actively harm others who are also in that same orientation, right? Because of your understanding and your empathy for their situation. But like, I don't know what his deal is. Maybe it's just a lot of self hatred and self loathing, and he just, Also, didn't he like comment this from like his official like government account or something?
He did. It was his official government account on Instagram, and he was just leaving like nice, comments, clearly a little suggestive, like, "Oh, like I kind of want you, man." Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
On your could be a horny intern. Probably is him.
it's like literally the same thing. Where Ted Cruz left a like on a porno during or on the
Didn't he
day of nine
retweet
11.
it?
Yeah,
Didn't he retweet it or something?
I think it was either a like or he retweeted it. It was one of those two.
It
Yeah,
was he definitely clicked on a button because it
yeah.
clicked on his button, and on 9/11 of all things,
On nine
never
11.
forget, never forget.
Never forget the time that Ted Cruz liked a porno on Twitter for all to see.
Yeah, for real.
What else happened on
That's
9/11? I don't remember. I don't remember.
I don't remember what else happened. I think the Lord of the Rings movie, the Two Towers.
Oh yeah, that. Oh no, that's so bad. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah, no, the 9 to 5 Boys does not approve of Hippocratic behavior, and we also do approve that you live your life how you want to live your life. Whether that's be with dudes, women, don't matter to me. I don't care.
I'm just a general like just maintain general tolerance of stuff. Like if you're not harming anybody, right? If you're like especially in this context, if you're two consenting adults or of similar age and again are communicating, uh, I'm gonna keep it to consenting adults just so there's no discrepancies in there, right?
At least until the AI gets you, then it'll make you say whatever the fuck it wants.
Yeah, the deepfakes, yeah, for real. But
Yeah.
they're getting really good and it's dangerous. Some of those are really funny though. I think we talked about this. But so anyway, so if you're two consenting adults and you wanna engage in whatever, honestly, there's no kink shaming. Not that orientation is a kink, but like just whatever you want to do, right? If you want to go to the most extreme end of it, go for it. As long as you're both comfortable and having fun, as long as you're maximizing the happiness in this world and minimizing the pain. Like, just be cool. Just be good to one another. Um, do whatever, man. You can as long as you're not hurting anybody physically or like psychologically. That does not just account for like, oh my god, I saw two men kiss. I'm traumatized. No, it's just fine. They're just adults. We're all adults here. It's fine. Um, Not a big deal. But
No, like one of the greatest episodes of The Last of Us literally has two men kissing and a lot more than that, and it is one of the greatest love stories ever seen. unfold on TV.
put
It's
the
so
television in like an hour's time, and like
yeah,
it had me like bawling at the end. I was like, bruh. It was like so good.
yeah,
It's great, and oh, but okay. Like speaking of Last of Us, let's talk about that season finale. This is like the point where we're gonna like talk spoilers and stuff. So I'm gonna.
timestamp here. Spoilers here.
Yep. So, the episode starts out with. Oh yeah, they just gotten done with the cannibals. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Do we even talk about that episode?
No, we did not because I didn't actually see it on that day before we recorded. So no, we didn't talk about that.
Okay, that's right. So so the okay, so that was the cannibals. The cannibals episode was that was crazy. That was scary. That was weird.
And it had Troy Baker in it too, which is fucking amazing.
That was sweet. He got gutted, dude.
He got fucked up.
But yeah, no, it was cool. It was good. Oh, still haunts me a little bit.
Well, no, because like Bella Ramsey's performance in that was phenomenal. Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She's across the board, dude. Honestly.
Yeah. I'm just like, she got this part and she thought, oh, it's gonna be like this. All right, I'll eat up this performance. I swear.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's crazy good in whatever she does. So.
And then the ending where, like, you know, she finds Joel and then he's just, like, holding her and he's like, I got you, baby girl. Like, god damn it.
Yeah.
All in the feels, everything.
When they hugged, dude, I was like, that was so great. It was like the culmination of their relationship. And then, like, this episode, the newest episode really continued that.
Yeah.
And, like, so it starts off with they're following up after that. And, like, Ellie's a little shooken up, right? And they're exploring this building, and then she meets the giraffe, dude, and that was, like, apparently a real giraffe, dude.
Huh. No, that looked pretty CGI to me. I'm sorry, bro.
No, I thought so, too, but, like, it's real.
Wow.
But, yeah,
and then that little opening sequence where they show what happened to her mom.
Ellie's birth, dude, that fucked me up, dude.
Yeah. I don't know if they really needed that, but it was cool to see Ashley Johnson in there, you know, because she played Ellie in the video game, so, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I mean, for the sake of the story, I think it does add more of the emotional ties to, like, Marlene and Ellie and how this is, like, extremely hard for her to do, which people will know later, once they see the episode, what I mean with that, so...
Right, well, yeah, so, yeah, the opening sequence was good, and then, what else happened? It was,
And then, Joel pretty much, Columbine the place, because he's like,
so they got kidnapped by fireflies. That was such a great scene, but I was like, fuck, he's really, like, going full, like, Punisher here, dude, and, like, it was crazy. Like he was he was going through bodies really easily. I feel like Marlene and him should have talked out a little more. It should have been like an argument of like it should be Ellie's choice whether she wants to like die or not for the cause. And like, because when they revealed that, I was like, oh shit, it's about to go down, dude.
Well, that's the thing. It didn't seem like her choice because she had no idea that what the cure for humanity would involve her dying. You know.
Right, so they should have like the Fireflies to respect her should have like given her the choice like, hey, do you like want to go through with this? It's gonna kill you, you know, like.
Yeah. But it could also be an exploration into how like the Fireflies are no different than Fedra to some degree.
Yeah.
They're both organizations that do what they think is best for the people while also keeping their fair share of secrets and doing a fair share of like terrible things to people to keep the system going. Yeah,
no, absolutely. That's what it is, and that's a good parallel. So we got to see that, and we killed Marlene, dude. That was ice cold. I was like, fuck, dude, crazy.
He's right though. He's been in that world long enough to know that if he kept her alive, she would go after them.
Yeah, but then he lied to Ellie. I was like, bro, Joel, why would you do that? That's an L, dude.
Oh, well, he did that in the game too. So there is that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, on the one hand, I do believe the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or in this case, the one. However, because I'm so attached to Joel and Ellie, I will forgo that ingrained logic to totally fuck over humanity for like a good father-daughter relationship.
Absolutely, dude. And,
Yeah.
like, again, I think it should have like the Firefly should have given her the choice. I can get why like if she chose no, they'd be like, oh well, shit, I don't do. But
Yeah.
like, you know, she could have at least been informed of it. She dies without knowing. That's fucked up.
Yeah. It's pretty messed up. That's why I'm afraid of season 2 because I know what happens in The Last of Us 2. So I'm afraid of what season 2 is going to unfold. So
Yeah, that's true, dude.
yeah. Well, I have seen some discourse online where people have been wanting Florence Pugh to play Abby, who, you know, in the game kills Joel, and then that's the whole revenge quest.
Right? Yeah.
Which, on the one hand, I can see that, because Florence Pugh is amazing. I want to see her do amazing things. But on the other hand, I don't want to see her play, like, an insanely evil character. I'm like, I like her too much for that.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this was a great season finale. I was like, shit, that's a crazy way to end it off.
Yeah. And it was just good writing. Like, the pacing, I mean, some of the pacing in the first episode was a bit off, but it was, like, very minor details I have complaints with. The last episode, though, felt a little too rushed for my taste, but it was still good. It really was.
I can see that argument. I thought it was. I watched it today, and I was like, oh, I thought it was good overall.
Okay.
But yeah, um, yeah, the writing was great. Trying to think the pacing. No, I didn't really have much issue with it. Well, kind of. Maybe like Ellie was obviously shooken up about the cannibals. No, maybe that part wasn't rushed because they had that whole in-depth conversation on the block, so that was fine.
Yeah, I
And
would say
then,
so. I think just them running into the fireflies that they're supposed to get to, and then like, oh, you know,
it jumps to them being like, "Oh shit, we're gonna like kill Ellie."
exactly, because the cure is going to involve her brain because cordyceps grow in the brain. It's like, yeah, that felt a little rushed, and yes, like you said, there could have been a nice argument between the two, draw it out maybe like a couple minutes or so.
All you need is like maybe 10 minutes max to have like
Yeah.
an in-depth discussion about it. And I try to be diplomatic about the whole thing, but I guess Joel fucking failed the diplomacy role. But
he failed the diplomacy role, but excelled at initiative.
yeah, he did. He excelled at attack rolls. He was getting every shot. When he shot the doctor, bro, I was like, oh, he's not fucking around, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
That was crazy.
That was actually brilliant though, because you actually get the best of both worlds. Because in the game, that actually is a choice. You don't have to shoot the doctors, but some people do that though.
Uh huh.
So by shooting the one doctor and sparing the others, it kind of meets like halfway in the middle. Like some people who like perform that action in the game get some of that satisfaction. Those who didn't also get that satisfaction. So
That's true. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I played the game, which like kind of works out in my favor because I get to rewatch the whole show as if I've never seen it. Because like if you played the game, you know what's gonna happen. For the most part, they changed some details, which I appreciate. But yeah,
Bill and Frank's story for sure.
Yeah, that was. Oh God.
I know.
Crazy.
I literally just rewatched that episode today, and I was like, I'm still like soft from that. Fuck.
I need to rewatch that episode.
And then Sam and Henry, as soon as I saw them enter the screen, I'm like, oh boy, I know what's gonna happen to you two, and I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah, that was a tragic end, dude. That sucked.
Yeah.
Bella Ramsey and Pedro Pascal, as always, are both great.
Yeah.
Both fantastic in the roles they're playing, dude. Like they got so much chemistry together. They play the characters so well.
And it very much seems like behind the scenes that they have like this very, very genuine friendship, which is awesome. I'm like, this is amazing. I live for this type of shit.
Well, I'm hoping so. They were coworkers for however long they had to shoot the show.
Yeah, that is true.
So, but yeah, it's sweet. I was happy to see Pedro at the Oscars. That was awesome. He's presenting one of the awards, I think, with Elizabeth Olsen. That's right.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Also, so back to the Oscars, circling back a little bit, I remember Wakanda Forever won for Best Costume Design, which, like, I don't know. I mean, I get the other categories were, like, really good, and yeah, I'm sure, like, the costume design in Wakanda Forever was like really good, and I appreciate that. So like I'm fine with that win. I don't know. It's just like yeah, I don't know. The movie just didn't seem I don't know. It didn't seem as deserving, but that's maybe my opinion.
I think it
And
just
so
seemed
they
out
have an
of
Oscar now.
place. That's the thing. So
A little bit, yeah. Like
yeah, like it was a great movie. Don't get me wrong. I mean, fuck, it took the death of Chadwick Boseman for them to be really like, oh, okay, we got to really like reel in like our comedy in our Marvel movies now and actually tell like a very compelling story.
it was a well told. It was a good narrative. It was two movies squeezed into one, and that makes it feel a bit like the pacing's off. But like other than that, it was also just a lot thrown in. They had Ironheart thrown in there.
Yeah,
They had Boseman's death. They had Namor. They had the new Black Panther. It's like a lot to like handle at once. And then they had T'Challa's son at the end. It was like, oh shit.
I know. Which, to some degree, it's like yes, it makes for great storytelling. But on the other hand, I'm also sitting here thinking they're just basically setting up future Marvel projects down the line just by doing this,
Yeah, that's
while
true.
also trying to be serious and honor a man's like dedication to this character.
and the legacy he leaves behind because he was a great
Yeah.
actor. I saw
Yeah.
42, bro. That was a great movie. And yeah, you're right. They are just kind of like they're like, oh, these movies will never die. We'll get a new Black Panther in a few years, like and they may even rush the decades. They'll be like, oh, we'll skip to this year, like
Yeah,
we'll
because
see.
the movies now take place in like what 2027. Like we're already in the future, baby.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
but no. What else? What else? What else happened at the Oscars? It was pretty uneventful, which I think is what they were going for this year, maybe. They brought out Cocaine Bear. That was cool. That was funny. I would have had a blast being the guy in the suit, just dancing around doing stupid shit. That would have been funny as hell.
Oh, that would have been awesome, man. I bet
Uh,
you they had fucking trained snipers just in the catwalks in case if someone walks up open handed going to a certain celebrity.
yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, what else happened at the Oscars?
Oh,
What?
the thing that hit me though was I didn't realize this until like after the fact, but John Travolta opening up for the in memoriam for the Oscars.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, this dude is
He's
getting
tearing
like,
up a little bit. He's choking up a little bit.
yeah, he was getting real worked up and emotional, and I was like, okay, wait, why? Like, I get he's probably worked with some of these people, but like, and then one of the people in the memoriam was Olivia Newton-John. She was in the movie Grease with him.
Oh, did she play Sally or whatever her name
Yeah,
is? No way, dude.
yeah.
Oh, that's hard.
I'm just like,
That's tough.
oh, now this makes so much more sense, and I feel so bad for not realizing it. Oh, I feel
That's
so bad.
yeah, but I mean like so I respect then that he was like tearful because it's like I guess it's like a homie of his, right? So like he's missing her and stuff.
Yeah,
Because they worked together, right? I'm sure they kept contact for all those years. Like Grease is one of his biggest like movies. It's like a classic for him. It's also like Saturday Night Fever. That's the other one that I've also never seen. I should see that at some point.
same, honestly. Yeah.
I've listened to the Bee Gees' greatest hits, and I mean they're great. Not all of them though. It's a lot of Bee Gees. Is that really their greatest? Um, but it's got Staying Alive on there, of course. So you gotta jam out to that every time. Staying alive, staying alive.
Yeah, no. Bee Gees, I think they're okay, but they're pretty up there in terms of like white people music. I would say the next like runner up next to that is probably Jimmy Buffett or Fish.
I feel it. It's like
Yeah,
it is very like filtered disco because like it doesn't have as much soul as like other disco of the time. Um, it was less. It had less. It felt like it had less heart, at least personally, from my where I'm sitting. And if you like the Bee Gees, go and like the Bee Gees. I just they're not for me. Uh, like again, I love Staying Alive, and like there's other great tracks in there too. I can't name them, which kind of exercises my point. But like if you enjoy the Bee Gees, go enjoy the Bee Gees.
yeah.
I'm not gonna shit talk you for enjoying that. Just music's music, man. If anyone likes the music they like, I'm not gonna ever listen to country, not Canadian country at least. But if you enjoy
Okay,
doing that, go for it.
well, not like mainstream country. Like you're gonna have to be very selective with your country artists to like enjoy country, my friend.
But yeah, I like Cash and like Willie Nelson and Chris Stapleton's actually very good.
See, he's fucking fire. I told you.
Orville Peck, bro. I don't mean to like flex, but he's gonna be at Outside Lands, and my girl just got us tickets for that.
Yo, my boy. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm gonna see a gay cowboy sing his heart
Oh
out.
yes,
So excited.
dude. His fucking song "Come On Baby Cry." That shit is like a bop. It is so good.
What's that? What's that one? I listened to his. I think it was Bronco album. Let me see what track I really liked on that one.
Well, I think my top favorite still on that album is Hexy Mountains, and then also Let Me Drown.
I think it's the Curse of the Black and Eye is my favorite.
Oh, that one does slap though.
But the ones you named are also very good.
Yeah, yeah. Just a great artist, honestly. And then also his album Pony is like it's interesting because it's like alternative country, but it's still very much true to his sound.
I'll have to check it out because I got my 1,000 album list. I'll have to put it on there.
Yeah, Dead of Night by far is my favorite track on that entire album.
I've been listening to like some folksy stuff. No, go ahead.
The only other one that comes close to that is probably Kansas Remembers Me Now, but only because of the ethereal kind of like retro aspect to it.
Okay, far out, far out.
Yeah.
There was like this folky kind of like pop album I listened to. It was by this. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Her name is Joy Oladikin, and it was two albums of hers: "In Defense of My Own Happiness," the beginnings parentheses, and then "In Defense of My Own Happiness," just that, which was really good.
Interesting.
And there were two albums by this guy named AHI, all caps. I think We Made It Through the Wreckage was like a fantastic, fantastic record. Oh, and then there's this band, Sons of the East. They do this album called Palomar Parade. I'll probably have to text all these to you. They're great.
Yeah, I think you have to.
Fantastic. Just wonderfully done albums. But
I've been listening to some sea shanties earlier, actually, this week.
sea shanty. Okay, you're on your sea shanty shit. All right, sweet.
Exactly, because I forgot
Sea
that I
shanty.
bought.
Sea shanty. Start saying that 7 times fast. Go
Exactly. So I've been enjoying sea shanties by the group The Longest Johns, because I forgot that
for it. I thought you were
they're
going to say by the seashore.
bruh. Bruh.
He sings sea shanties down by the seashore.
Bruh.
Go for it.
Anyways, so because I forgot that I bought a couple albums by The Longest Johns, because our sister Bianca wanted some sea shanties, so I'm like, oh, I know a good group, and I buy a couple albums, and it's like, here you go. I forgot I had them, and I'm like, I haven't listened to those, and I kind of crave a good sea shanty to use for my next D&D game, so I might as well refresh my memory on some sea shanties.
Do you play a bard in your campaign?
I do not, but I will somehow incorporate it into one of our games.
You should like multi-classes like bard. What's your other class?
My main class right now is a druid, although
You could do a druid and a bard. Those are both like spellcasters and stuff. I'm gonna like blow my nose real quick. I'm like really runny and gross. Give me like a second.
Alright, I'll pause this. We are back indeed. Yeah, so I just learned that we actually have a feature on this thing where I can just pause and then kind of like play. So yeah.
Oh, the recording?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. So one album that I particularly like by The Longest Johns is definitely Written in Salt. That's a good album.
Nice.
Yeah.
Written in Salt. And how do you spell the artist's name?
So the THE longest
Let's see. So that's what was the album called again?
Written in Salt.
Written in Salt. Let me make sure I get this. And then the longest
Johns.
Johns.
Exactly. I got a long
As in
John.
like, as in like multiple Johns.
As in, like, multiple Johns, and they're, like, 7 feet tall, so they're the longest Johns.
Must be triplets.
Yeah, you got Jonathan, Johnny, and Jonasiah. I don't know.
Jonasiah. What is that other John name, I guess?
I don't know many John names, unfortunately.
Jonathan, Johnny. Really, I don't think there's any other very.
There really isn't.
There's gotta be.
Nah.
There's gotta be. There's gotta be. Is John that generic and only has two I guess I shouldn't be saying anything. My name only has two variations.
I mean, shit. Like,
Fuck.
mine only has, like, just the one. That's it. Eric. That's just it.
You can't really do anything else with that. And it's the weird one that's spelled with a K.
I know. The only thing I get away with is, like, hey, if you translate it from Old Swedish, it translates to king, so you can just call me the king, baby.
Oh, shit. Oh, mama.
Oh, mama.
Ain't no hound dog. I was partly glad that Elvis didn't win the Oscars because I was like, I enjoy that movie, but it is not. I mean, maybe the performance by Austin Butler that could have won an Oscar, but also like that you had Brendan Fraser there, so it's like, bro, come on.
It's an obvious choice. I'm sorry.
Yeah, obvious choice, but like,
yeah.
I mean, Austin Butler certainly did put in a great performance. It's just a wild movie, and you have to kind of like get past that because Lars Berman. So
yeah,
so he does. But
also, like, out of all the music biopics that have ever been made, I think like there's only like two that I genuinely enjoy. It's Rocket Man and then The Dirt, the one about Motley Crue.
That one's really good. I want to watch the Jamie Foxx one he does for Ray Charles, Ray.
Oh, yeah.
I need to watch Joaquin Phoenix's Walk the Line.
Same.
I feel ashamed that I haven't seen that yet. I've heard really good things about it.
I still need to see his movie Inherent Vice. I feel like that's my kind of movie.
I don't think I've seen that. I've heard of it. I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, it's a neo-noir film set in the 1970s. Basically, Joaquin Phoenix plays like a private detective trying to solve a case.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Love to see it. What's it? What's another Joaquin? I was gonna mention. I saw that movie. Come on, come on. It's like this like low budget indie movie where like Joaquin Phoenix plays this guy who like is going around interviewing people about like I think it's about life and stuff. So it has a lot to say, but it's kind of like and then so what the story is like he like has a kid with him. He has some like nephew or some shit.
Yeah.
I think it is the nephew that like he's dragging around and like he's getting into trouble and he's trying to be like a parent. He's trying to like parent him but be the uncle and stuff.
Yeah.
And so it has like a lot to say. It's like a collection of essays, and then in the background is Joaquin Phoenix being a dad, and like it's kind of like that's kind of cool, right? But and it's got some like it's really nicely done. It's got some great shots, great score, and it's probably a movie I'd watch like again just to get it in more of its entirety.
Yeah.
Because I kind of fell asleep a little bit through the first watch. But it was good. It was fine. I pointed that one out because I will say he did put in a great performance. I think he always puts his A game forward when he does a movie. He's always bringing it.
Yeah, I still need to see what is it that one movie he's in, The Master, where it's him and Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When he was alive.
Yes.
Obviously.
No, yes, they put on Philip Seymour Hoffman's corpse. It's just sitting in a chair for 2 hours.
As Joaquin Phoenix screams at it. That's what the movie is. I think it'd be kind of disrespectful, but it'd also be like really funny if people did that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it'd be like if that was just a movie, if it was just 90 minutes of Joaquin Phoenix going at like a dead corpse, that'd be like fucking insane.
It would win an Oscar for sure, just from the art itself.
Yeah, for real.
Oh my god! And then in the memoriam, it would just be like just a picture from that feet.
Yeah, it'd be like a screenshot of a frame of just him going like the fucking
corpse. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so bad. I recently saw The Menu again.
I need to rewatch that because I need to get a second. I need to formulate a better opinion on it. Because my first watch through, I think I didn't take the lens of it being like a dark comedy. And, like I need to do that through the second watch because it is that. It is funny as shit. It is like I was like my favorite part is when Tyler does his bullshit is what they call it, Tyler's bullshit. And that's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah, and then he has like a total mental breakdown from like his whole world, his whole purpose of living, just deconstructed in the most simplest of ways. It's like, yes, you do know food, you know how to pick out flavors in food, but can you actually cook, motherfucker?
Yeah, he doesn't know a thing about. He knows everything about critiquing, and everyone's a critic. But are you an artiste? Are you a chef? No, you fucking art, bitch.
No, you. It's like spending your whole life studying something in school, but never actually applying what makes it real in real life. You know?
Yeah, applying what you learn, yeah.
Yeah. It's like that's how I'd feel with like anything, cooking, brewing beer, whatever. It's like I don't learn from like studying the science of it. I learn from doing enough times and getting the basic idea. I just, know what ingredients I'm working with, and then everything else is just a feeling.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, and it's not hard to cook. Cooking is actually like a really useful skill. It means you can feed yourself, it means you can flavor shit, like do well with that. And I love doing that. Like I like recently have gotten back into like, I'm trying to like get more veggies in my diet because it's hard to do. But like I fucking I'll get some roasted vegetables. I'll like prep them all and stuff, and it'll be great. And then I'll throw them in the oven. And it's like it turns out perfect and stuff. And I love doing that because I'm like, oh, I did that. And I got all the flavorings and stuff and all the measuring. And I did it well, and it's like it's certainly um, you just do it. And like the character was also like such a cock in the movie, so I was very glad when he hung himself. I was like, oh, good.
I know, it's probably the most satisfying suicide I've ever seen in the movie, weirdly enough.
Yeah, seriously, yeah.
Yeah.
When I
You can
saw his
quote me
legs
on that.
dangling, I was like, oh, sweet. Yeah, that's gonna be on the DVD cover. It's gonna be like, what is it?
Most satisfying suicide to see.
No satisfying suicide put to film.
They just play that with his like little feet dangling.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Critics are calling it the most satisfying suicide put to film.
No, but like I actually like analyzed it in the aspect of like the food being served in the film, because I feel like that has to have some tie-ins in the movie, because they make that clear. It's like, oh, the whole thing about the menu is like you don't understand the theme until like the very end. I was like, okay, I'm gonna pay attention to that, and so I noticed all the food dishes being served, and I think I can say that it perfectly reflects every part of the movie that's being played out visually. So, through each dish.
Interesting.
Like the first two dishes, both exercise the sense of isolation on this island, as well as like the raw ingredients that they're using for both dishes. They both come directly from the island itself. Yeah, we're eating the ocean. And then the next two dishes are obviously like some stuff that you'd see in a normal restaurant, but the visuals and some of the interesting things that come along with the dish, like the photo printed, evidence of the guests' wrongdoings on the tortillas.
That's awesome. I thought that was sweet. I was like, oh shit, in a tortilla?
Exactly.
I get to eat my crimes?
Man, my crimes taste delicious. But yeah, no, that was supposed to be a visual idea of like, oh, they got some dirty laundry, that he's just airing out there for everyone to see, essentially.
Yeah.
And then some of the later dishes are kind of like reflections of like how their hand in this industry is like, it's just pain and misery and suffering.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's fascinating. Like you go through each dish and you can like pick out little meanings about like what it has to say about the overall like food industry, about the people who go to these types of restaurants and those who can't go to these types of restaurants, seeing it as like not a place of sustenance, but like just a theater show with like itty bitty like trays of food.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. The menu, fantastic cinema. Like, and also The best looking cheeseburger I've ever seen in my life.
And that looked like a damn good cheeseburger. I would have chowed down on that shit.
And the fact that he went out of his way to serve it on a paper plate too. Like everything else was on fine china. That was on a paper plate.
Yeah, and the fact that he had paper plates in his kitchen.
I know. Something you find at any eating establishment in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger sounds really good.
Yeah. That's a lot of cheese too. He put like 2 slices of American cheese per patty.
Oh my god, he did a 2x4?
Yeah, that's fucking 4 slices of cheese on a single burger.
That's a lot, dude. That's a lot.
For $9.95, that's also pretty cheap too. That's insane.
4 slices of cheese, and it's only under $10. And you get... Did it come with fries?
It came with fries.
It came with fries. What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's cheaper than like any like fancy ass establishment I go to now. Like the counter, you spend like $15 on the burger single, and you have to like pay $4 extra for a goddamn side. So it turns into like $20. Like what the fuck is that shit?
No, you want something close to that kind of like level? Go to fucking Five Guys. So.
Yeah, Five Guys is still. I mean, actually, well, no, because you have to spend like $8 on the burger, and you get like. What, $3 for the fries? But the fries, they like stack that shit. So like you're chilling. So like honestly, it does kind of like. But again, that's a very cheap. That's a very inexpensive burger. Then again, the menu is selling an inexpensive ass burger, at least by today's standards.
Yeah, that is true.
Bro, I went to McDonald's the other week, and like I don't go often. I've gone more recently, just out of sheer laziness. To be honest. But so I went the other day, and like. I got a double quarter pounder, and it was like $8 for like a cheeseburger. But it was like a double quarter pounder, so it was like half a pound of meat.
But it's for a McDonald's burger, though. Like they already like cut down the quality like so much. It's like what then constitutes that burger ever being $8 then?
Literally, I don't understand. It shouldn't be $8. It shouldn't be like. It shouldn't almost cost one person's whole hour of wage. To get the burger, you know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't do that, but it does, I guess. Anyway, you know what? So yeah, it's like there's a very cheap burger in the menu, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. But that was clearly before inflation, so...
Clearly.
No, like you said, if you go to Five Guys, like, you gotta pay, like, at least, like, $14, maybe $15 for the same idea. But,
for the burger and the fries, not including a goddamn drink.
Yeah, but it's like an insane amount of fries, though, so like it kind of adds up.
So it compensates a bit. You know?
Exactly.
You, like, split it with your homies, so like maybe they can Venmo you for the fries, like, you know, like.
Fuck, I kind of want to see Anya Taylor-Joy try and eat a burger and the fries from Five Guys. Fuck.
She is a skinny woman. She is tiny, dude.
I know.
Also, like, I will say, I think the Tyler character, circle back to him, I knew he was a cunt when he said, like, when he told her, like, put out his cigarette. I was like, this woman is just enjoying a smoke. She's stressed. Let her be. And he fucking tells her not to do that because it'll, like, ruin her palate. What a cock, dude. And he, like, eventually, like, we find out that he knew that they were both gonna die, so it's like he fucking sent her there to die, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Well, that also means that he was fine with suicide as long as he got to eat at the restaurant and actually meet the chef that he's been following for, like, most of his life.
It's literally something to die for. What the fuck is wrong with him?
Yeah.
Glad he's dead, but,
I know, no, that's why seeing that scene where, like, he just can't cook and he's, like, embarrassed in front of everyone, it's like, yes, it is so... It is so satisfying. I'm almost bricked up over this. Like
I jerk off to that scene at least once a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, I imagine that scene. I'm just like, oh shit. Oh, this is my shit. Love seeing a fucking egotistical man get his shit wrecked.
Oh my god.
That was funny as fuck. But we've been recording about an hour here, sir. What do you say we call it?
I would call it a night for sure. 9 to 5, boys. We're wrapping up. We're over and out.